Well, I sound normal-er today. My nose isn't as stuffed up as it used to be. Although I'm very scared about coughing. So let's see how I do today. We will see how I do, and hopefully I will survive. Can we get a heck yeah for Nyaru surviving another day? Yeah! I do have a fun fact though. I ran out of cough drops. Also, I like how I say that right as I do a horrible freaking cough, I swear. I swear. My timing is just impeccable. I always jinx myself like almost every fucking day at this point. I will do my best though. I have a big glass of water here and I'm gonna do my best to yap today. But welcome in everyone! Welcome, welcome! Hello, hello, hello! How have you been? Happy Tuesday! Happy Tuesday! June 9th! And today, chat! Today! We are going to be doing our weekly chatting stream! Yeah! So for those that haven't been here for a little bit, I've been doing a weekly chatting stream starting technically like last week or a couple weeks ago. I don't fucking remember when I fucking started it, but either way, I've been kind of like shit when it comes to like yapping on stream recently. So I'm doing these weekly chatting streams to like kind of practice my chatting skills and to hopefully not have like dead air or like, you know, try to like retrain myself to like just yap non-stop, even if it's going on tangents, even if it's like things that just don't make sense or shit that just sounds like funny as fuck. I don't care. I want to yap. I want to learn to yap again. Again, I just feel like I've been doing a really, really bad job at that recently. So we're on our training arc to yap as much as we can. And oh my god, I feel so bad though. I should have woken up early and watched the Nintendo Direct. I thought it was gonna be ass, I'll be real with you. Especially after Stay the Play, I was like, everything's gonna be ass this year, and I'm not gonna bother watching anything else. Kingdom Hearts 4 new trailer. Embodiment of Scarlet Devil remake. Like, Nintendo actually cooked! They cooked! They cooked so hard! I could care less about literally anything else. The fact we got those two things just makes me... Oh yeah, and then Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time as well. I know my dad is gonna love that one. Of course, like, Star Fox is already out. Pokemon expansion pass, it's gonna be really, really fun. I don't care about Xenoblade. Donkey Kong is, I guess, cool. What else? What else? Well, there's a Splatoon Direct as well. Hold on, let me just go on the official Nintendo. Like, I'm on a Nintendo of Europe one. I shouldn't be watching. I shouldn't be looking at the Europe one. I should be looking at the America one. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't care about Xenoblade. So, yeah. New Nintendo Switch Sports Resort, which is gonna be really fun. Kingdom Hearts! Kingdom Hearts. Don't know what this is. Delatrude, I really don't care. Dragon Quest, Sanrio! Hello, Kitty Party Land, hell yeah. What else is there? What else? I'm looking at all this stuff. I like scrolling through like their Twitter. Either way, chat. I'm just so excited. They They did an amazing job today. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for Kingdom Hearts 4 to come out, and then we play it for literal days upon days upon days of playing it. Like, we're gonna marathon that. I don't care. I'm gonna stay up and play it and just keep playing it until I can't play it no more, until we finish it. Either way, I'm excited. I'm excited. There's so many new games coming out, but, you know, summer may be, you know, about, like, the video game drops and everything, but you know what summer's also about, chat? Anime conventions! The best anime conventions are usually around this time of year. And, as a seasoned convention goer of 15 years, that's right, I've been going to conventions for, like, 15, 20 years? I don't remember. Yeah, about like 15 years. So yeah, for about 15 years I've been going to like anime conventions and staffing at them, being an attendee, being a showrunner, being a freaking like guest coordinator, like doing pretty much everything in the convention scene. I'm very seasoned when it comes to anime conventions, like niche conventions, comic conventions, just nerdy conventions in general. Everyone loves a good anime convention. Some of you guys have maybe never been to an anime convention, but you may be going to your first one very, very soon. Because one thing I'm like so surprised of, I don't know why I'm so surprised at this, but it also makes sense, is the fact that a lot of VTuber fans have never been to an anime convention before until their Oshi ends up going, or like Nijisanji or Horror Live, they end up going and they're like, oh, okay, I guess I'll go see them. I've never been to an anime convention before, which again, I am so surprised to like hear that quite often, even still today. Like a couple years ago, I guess it would have made sense, but even like today, like for example, this weekend is FaZe and a lot of people are saying, oh, this is like my first like convention type event I'm going to for FaZe, and I'm like, holy crap, like that's just astounding, because it's just like there's such an adjacentness when it comes to like anime, gaming, and VTubing, live streaming, and again, I'm so surprised. I'm just so surprised that a lot of people have said they never attended a convention before. But this is where I come in. That is right. This is where I come in. And I get to teach you, that's right, you, how to survive an anime convention. But not just any anime convention. Honestly, the worst type of anime conventions. The ones that take place in the summertime. Because the ones that take place in the summertime, chat, they're really fun. They are really great. They're really amazing. But the weather, the constant sweat, the crowd, the crowds pretty much double, triple in size of like most anime conventions, or like the average anime convention like during the year. Summer is the prime time for anime conventions, if anything. Prime time because school's out, of course, so a lot of kids end up going, and it inflates numbers as well. But also, since a lot of kids are out, that means a lot of parents are not like parents, but like how do I say this? Like, a lot of people are just more available in the summertime because there's no school, there's no kids going to school, there's no college classes unless you're taking like summer classes. Like, a lot of people are just ready to like have like a good relaxing time. There's teachers that are gonna be off, like, who also enjoy like anime conventions as well. So it's just like more people are available around this time of year, and more people also tend to travel a lot more in this time of year because it's much more warmer. You could go outside, you can do things, but depending on the location, that can be a hindrance. So today, chat, today's yapping sort of like, I don't want to say topic. I really don't want to say topic because I don't want to do like topic just chatting streams, but it's just more like, I'm going to talk about anime conventions in the summer and like how I deal with them and how I what do you call it, managed to like survive them. The biggest one I ever attended during the summertime was Anime Expo. I've attended like 4 or 5 anime expos are gonna be coming up on my next anime expo very, very soon, which is gonna be super, super fun. But not only that, of course, FaZeCon is this week, so I'll be talking a lot more about like what FaZeCon in mind, I guess, because I assume a lot of you guys are going to be going to FaZeCon. And then, of course, we have Okai Expo later this year. We have a couple other summer conventions as well happening. I know California gets Anime Impulse. I think Orange County as well. Texas gets San Japan. I think there's a Colossal Con. Colossal Cons also happen during this time of year as well. I think Colossal East happens in September as well. I think there's Anime New York City that's going to be happening as well. So that's just here in North America, by the way. That's here in North America. Which again is insane. It's insane. And then there's also conventions like happening in Canada as well during the summer. It's just there's a lot going on. It's peak anime convention season time, and it's time I teach you guys and talk to you guys and answer questions and just overall yapping just about anime conventions, because it's kind of like my forte. I've been a season anime convention goer for such a long time, and I think one of like the things that I wish like I guess people did growing up for me was like information sharing about like, you know, how to attend a convention, or like what's like etiquette, or like what's like the best tips for like surviving during like certain times of years, how to like manage crowds, especially if you have like autism like me, just overall like how to survive cons, like sort of like advice. I didn't get that growing up. I had to raw dog it, man. I learned on the spot. I learned like I just went straight in. No advice, no nothing. I just learned everything on my own. And if my experiences and my advice can help the next generation of con goers enjoy their convention, and also even like old people, not old people, but like you know, like people who haven't attended an anime convention before, and they're a little bit older than like the demographic that usually anime cons like try to attract, then I'm just glad I could help. I'm just glad I could help. So yeah, that's the focus of today. It's just, I guess, anime conventions, how to survive anime con in the summertime, because it's brutal. It is brutal. It is absolutely brutal. I cannot begin to tell you how bad, especially if you go to a California convention around this time of year. Like, it's already hot as shit here, okay? It's already hot as shit. I'm here right now on like a little bit of business. I'll be going back like on Sunday from here back to my home. But excuse me. Gosh, my cough is just like so worse today. I don't know what it is. I'm so sorry. I'll be doing my best today either way. Either way, in California it's already hot as shit. I know New York is gonna get hot as shit later on this year, especially around like ANYC time. Everyone's gonna be hot as shit. So yeah, let's get to a yapping. But before we get to yapping, let's go ahead and say hello to everyone. Feel free to use the hello Nyaru redeem if you're on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, drop an emote, say hello. Whatever it is, make yourself known so I can say hello to you via the participants chat. And while you guys do that, let's go say hello to our lookers and VOD watchers. Thank you guys so much for being here, no matter what you're doing, working hard, playing hard, studying hard, or watching about it later time. I appreciate every single one of you guys here, and I hope you have a lovely day. Alrighty. Let's start with, start with Twitch. Yeah. Okay. Let's say hello to Casper, Critical, Empty, Kenj, Bookar, Red Leon, 8Dog, Shark, and Blackrock Speed. Welcome in, guys. Welcome, welcome. Alright, and then on YouTube, let's say hello to Ant, Colin, Corvus, Jim Jones, Mex, Raz, Saba, Sedata, William Blue, and Zero. Welcome in, guys. Yay! Alrighty. So, I guess I'll start a little bit off of like how I guess like I got, or like how do I say this? I guess I'll start off like I guess like a little bit of history when it comes to me, when it comes to, about me when it comes to anime conventions. Because as I said, I've been attending for 15 years. That means my first anime convention was when I was a preteen, maybe like 11, 12, and my first anime convention actually happened to be a college-run anime convention. You'd be surprised at how many local colleges, especially nowadays, back then when I was a kid, like that was the only college I knew that was running like an anime convention on campus. It was very far in between where you would find stuff like that. Of course, as I grew older, there's more college conventions, but either way, pretty much my first anime convention was at a college that my mom was actually attending. She saw that there was an anime convention being hosted by the local anime, not local anime, but the college anime club. And they were actually affiliated with the biggest anime convention at the time, which was in Texas. And that was actually not the biggest, but like one of the fastest growing conventions at the time, which was San Japan, which was in, of course, like San Antonio, Texas. And that con was called MizumiCon. It's no longer running, unfortunately, but that was my first ever exposure to like anime conventions. And I would go every single year until they stopped doing it around like 2018, 2019. And yeah, like I said, I was around like 10, 11, maybe even 12 at the time. Probably 12. I'm probably 12 at the time, because that's when I was super into like 𝗠liche🗁. And oh my goodness, it was such a tiny convention, but it had everything. It still had everything. Like, I even found bootleg 𝗠liche🗁 merch, and I was like so excited for that. Specifically, that convention though took place in the spring, because summer was reserved for San Japan, which was the big one. And that was like my first ever big official convention I ever went to. It was San Japan all the way. It used to be in a small like one small little hotel, and then it ended up growing, and now it takes over the whole entire, like 2 hotels and a convention center, like the full convention center. It's super cool now. What do you call it? So I attended that one last year, actually, for the first time in a very long time, and it's definitely grown and changed so much. That one takes place at the tail end of summer, though. I think it's like, what was it, Labor Day weekend? Yeah, like Labor Day weekend. So that's like one you can definitely like go to, especially if you're like in the Texas area. So yeah, that's kind of like how I got started. Ever since then, I've been going to like random conventions, especially in Texas. Texas was like my main one because of course I lived in Texas. So I would go to conventions like 𝗂CON, IkiCon, there were some other, 𝗠𝘆CON as well. I wanted to go to 𝗠shi_con so bad when I was a kid, but it was an 18+ convention, which is so rare nowadays. I wish we had more 18+ conventions that weren't just like hentai stuff. Because like, don't get me wrong, I love me some good titty, but I don't want titty in my face 24/7. Like, I don't know. So I was like, oh, I can't wait till I turn 18 and finally go to it. And then by the time I turned 18, they went on hiatus. Like, the organization that runs 𝗠shi_con went on hiatus. So yeah, started in Texas, then I started going to like conventions in California and some on the East Coast. I think my first out-of-state convention was Fanime. Was Fanime, actually. And then, and yeah, that's kind of like how I just like kind of not deep dive, but like, again, as I said in the beginning, I just went straight into like, you know, attending anime conventions. I knew nothing about the etiquette. I knew nothing about like, oh, is it okay to do this, okay to do that? My best hit, how do I describe it? I just didn't know what the fuck I was doing when I got started. That's what I'm trying to say. I had no idea what I was doing when I first got started doing anime conventions. So if you are new and you're listening for the first time wondering like, man, I don't know what the fuck I'm getting into, I feel like I'm gonna be bombarded with like information. Yes, you will be. But it's not as bad as a lot of people make it out to be. So, specifically in the summer, I think my first ever summer anime convention was against Japan, but I was in Texas. I was already kind of used to the heat. So, I just did what I normally did to survive in the heat. And even then, most of the time, most conventions are indoors. So you technically don't really need to worry about like too much like dealing with the weather if you don't want to be outside. Like, you can literally just stay inside for most conventions, because again, most cons take place at like a convention center or like at a hotel. So you can even do a double whammy and just get the hotel get the hotel room at the wherever the con is being held at. It was being held at a hotel. And another thing is too, is like the heat also never used to be as Zero said in the chat. Yeah, the heat never used to be this bad as it used to be. Again, global warming. I blame fucking global warming. It's ass nowadays. I think my first ever brutal summer like anime convention though was my first ever anime expo, when they had a massive heat wave go through LA, which apparently is pretty normal for that time of year, so I'm kind of scared. Yeah, it was like my first, so that was the year that AKB48 Team 8 came. I think that was the first or second Any-Song World Monster. So hold on, Any-Song World 2018. That was 2018. Oh my god, almost 10 years ago. That was almost 10 years ago. No way. So yeah, Anime Expo 2018 was my first ever brutal summer like anime convention, and I went in with the mindset of like, oh, the heat can't be that bad. I'm from Texas. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. So this is pretty much what I learned from that convention. The LA sun really is different. Like, in Texas, we have like heat and humidity. But then when it comes to like, yeah, okay, you said it for me. But like, when it comes to like crowds compared to like anime conventions, like locally for me in Texas at the time, like the crowds were nowhere near as like condensed and compact as like Anime Expo. And that's like, I think I'm gonna be using Anime Expo for like most of my examples, because that's like the most extreme scenario circumstance that even like tips you use at Anime Expo can be just used across the board as well. So yeah, 2018, my first ever Anime Expo. That was my first ever brutal summer here, and I'll be real with you, I think I almost did like pass out a couple of times for like heat exhaustion. I was really stupid and I wore high heels one day because I really wanted to stand in line and get like a good like not only did I want to stand in line, but also I wanted to get a good view of the stage. So imagine wearing high heels in the middle of summer. Actually, no, not just in the middle of summer, in the middle of LA's heat wave. In the middle of downtown, packed and condensed like sardines, at Anime Expo. High heels melt. High heels did not melt. They were actually wooden ones. But still. You don't remember the 2018 AX earthquake though? I remember all the freak out of towners. I remember all the towners freaking out. So, I actually almost told myself I'm never going to Anime Expo again. Never going to Anime Expo again because that's how bad, like, the heat and the walking and the just how packed it was. I hated it. I hated it. I swore off AX. And then they brought even more good idol guests, and they kept bringing more and more and more, and I ended up going back a couple more times, okay? I ended up going to Anime Expo again a couple more times. However, with every single Anime Expo, I learned something new. And I think the number one most rule I have for people attending anime conventions in the summertime is know the crowd volume. Because the crowd volume is what also makes it double as hot. So for example, you know how like everyone like stands in line to like get into the convention like as soon as the doors open? Yeah, skip that shit. Doesn't matter what convention you're going to, skip that shit. Unless you need to go to a booth. Unless there's a booth out there that like you really want to get this one specific item that you know is going to sell out, go for it. Go for it. But if you do end up going for it, I recommend getting one of these little hand fans. Hold on, I gotta show you guys these. You should get these hand fans. These little neck or hand fans. No, not these. The electric ones. Yeah. These thingies. They sell them everywhere now. Oh, what? Huh? Why can't I show these? Wait! Are these saving as like... Save? Why are they saving as AVIF files? Okay, here we go. Good enough. Yeah, get one of these bad boys. Get one of these. Just in general, you should have one of these. This is like my number one thing I carry with me throughout an entire summer, just period. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna take back the first thing I said. Don't look at the crowd volume, just get yourself one of these. There you go. This is literally the ticket to surviving, like summer in general, let alone an anime convention, is one of these. These are called hand fans. Not these. Because when you look up hand fan, don't just look up hand fan. Because if you look up hand fan, you're gonna get these cruddy things. They're good, don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with these. But we have technology now. We have technology. We don't need to manually fan ourselves. We can do it with these little shits, okay? You can find these, I think, at Walmart, or you can find these at fucking, like... I know Miniso has them. Yeah, Zero said Miniso. Miniso has them. Like, literally any sort of, like, Asian, like, adjacent, like, lifestyle store has one of these. I love mine. I carry mine literally everywhere. Just get yourself a hand fan. Hand fan, electric hand fan. That's all. That's one of the items that's gonna help you survive just any sort of situation in the summertime. Here's a couple examples of how it would help me out at a convention. So, even when I'm inside of a convention, like for example, I'm gonna use Anime Expo, it still gets extremely hot, like inside, like the convention. Even if they're blasting the air at full force, coldest that they can get it, it still somehow ends up hot in some places. So that's where my little hand fan comes in, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm standing in the crowd. Yeah, sure, it's hot for a lot of people. They're sweating their balls off. But here I am with my cute little hand fan. I'm just like, yeah. And I guess like another thing, speaking of body heat, hold on, I'm gonna go on a little tangent real quick. quick tangent. I'm gonna go on a quick tangent. Guys, I hope you shower every day. Yes, do shower every day when you go to an anime convention, especially in the summertime. You need to, sometimes I even shower twice a day. I shower in the morning and I shower at night for like, you know, anime conventions. But here's the thing, chat, here's the thing. Even if someone, here's a fact that a lot of people fucking hate. Like, a lot of you guys are actually gonna hate me for this, and a lot of people are gonna hate, just in general, people are gonna fucking hate to hear this. Even if you take a shower, though, when you are cramped between thousands of people, you can wear the best deodorant, you can wear the best perfumes, you can shower as much as possible. But when you put a crowd of thousands of people inside a small area, yes, it will stink eventually. Because not everyone has the ability to just, or not the ability, but like it is physically impossible to not stink when it's 100 degrees outside. It's in a small compact area and there's thousands of people within like 100 like square feet or some bullshit like that. It's going to stink. It's going to smell. It's impossible to avoid no matter how much you shower, no matter how much you put deodorant, no matter how much you put like perfumes, it doesn't matter. People are going to stink when it's hot outside, when it's a crowd of people, and it's hot as balls. So yes, of course, like, yeah, go shower. But I hate it when people are like, oh my god, like, Anime Expo smelled this year. Oh my god, ALA smelled this year. What do you think happens when you, again, put a huge crowd of people into a small area and it's hot? There's no good airflow going in. What do you think is gonna happen? I think a lot of people just need to accept that. It's not the fact that people don't shower, because I believe, there's like, because like maybe this year, during Anime Los Angeles, I like maybe 2 or 3 people throughout the whole convention passed by me, and like of course they smell like shit. But the rest of the time it's just like, oh, this smells like normal people running through an anime convention. Or not running through, but just running around, having a good time. Like, it's no different than people smelling at, like, the theme park or whatever, you know? Think of it like a theme park. I don't know. It's just one of, like, the little pet peeves that, like, I've always, like, hated about, like, anime conventions. Of course, people don't shower. Those people should definitely be called out. However, it's impossible to also not be stinky. Theme parks are a good reference. People are gonna be stinky at theme parks. They're gonna be running around, doing all these rides, doing all these activities. They're gonna eventually stink through the middle of the day. Sure, they can apply deodorant, but that ain't gonna take the stink away. Anyway, sorry, I want to go on that rant because, like, it's not that anime conventions smell or like people don't shower. It's literally just we're doing a lot of activities in a small space. There's a lot of people. Airflow is very tight. Of course, shit is going to stink at one point during the day. No matter if people showered that morning or that night or whatever the fuck, or applied deodorant, applied perfume, it's just gonna stink. There's different body smells coming through. There's different people, different I don't know, fucking like materials, different shit getting sprayed on the people. It's all gonna mix in. It's all gonna mix in. There's no avoiding it. Shower, yes, but it's inevitable that you are going to stink no matter how good you shower. So just accept it. And that is my TED Talk. Thank you so much for coming. That's my That's my TED Talk. Thank you for coming. The 10K sets are the most active some folks are going to be for an entire year. Exactly. Remember getting merch a 1 year and 2 next to me spell like Dookie. Dude, I don't know where it was. I think it was at ALA. Yeah, I think it was this year's ALA. I was like passing through the merchandise, like the dealer hall. That's what I'm trying to say. The dealer hall. And I remember looking at one person and I'm like, oh, they're gonna smell really bad, aren't they? Like, I remember looking at, I just remember looking at one person and internally thinking to myself, oh, they're gonna smell like booty cheeks, aren't they? And then they passed by me and they did, and I was like, ugh. I was like, ugh, no, disgusting. Anyways, yeah, sorry, I wanted to make that super clear. People are gonna smell. That's just life. Okay, moving on though. Moving on. So we talked about hand fan. We talked about, of course, showering. Please fucking shower. Holy crap. Another thing I want to bring up is shoes. I'm really bad at this one. I'm so bad when it comes to shoes because I don't know if you can tell, chat, but so I have some groundbreaking news. I'm a woman. Whoa! Whoa, she's a woman! Whoa! 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 And I like to dress in J fashion a lot. If you don't know what J fashion is, it's pretty much Japanese fashion. I love wearing chunky shoes. I love wearing shoes with like platform and height to them. I just think they look really, really good on my legs. I love them so much. Anyways, I want you guys to not be like me, okay? Don't be me. Do not be me. And please, for the love of God, invest in good walking shoes. Again, especially during the summertime. Because guess what? Your feet are gonna stink and they're gonna sweat so much. So not only are good walking shoes good for you, but you need good shoes that are going to keep your feet cool during the day. Because then otherwise, guess what? If you sweat on your feet too much and you don't have good circulation, I think you get what's called trencher's foot. Right? Was that what it's called? Trencher's foot? Is when your foot is too moist and stays moist for a long time? Yeah, you get really nasty trench foot from not wearing proper shoes during the summertime. So yeah, of course, like everyone always says, like, you know, get the best walking shoe for you. Like, you need shoes that's gonna help you like stand like all day, but you also need shoes that are gonna give you like good, like, I guess like airflow and the right socks as well. Don't wear your thick ass winter socks or like your not work socks, but like don't wear your thick winter socks with your shoes to like the summer anime convention. That's just asking for your foot to be chopped off, okay? New Balances, Aces, and Skechers are always good. Oh yeah, definitely. So I can wear socks and Crocs. Actually, yes! That's actually a really, really good one. Unironically, Crocs are so underrated for like the summertime. I'm sorry. I am very much a believer of Crocs, my Crocs with socks method. I actually went to I think it was like, I forgot what convention I went to recently, or like one event, and I went in my Crocs on my socks. And it was super hot outside. And I was like, oh man, I'm not gonna be able to survive this. My feet are gonna stink like shit. And then I went home, I took off my socks and everything, and they were actually fine. They didn't smell too bad. I was like, oh shit. Like, the thing is, like, if you're gonna wear excuse me. Ugh. I gotta blow my nose real quick. Hold on, chat, give me a second. I gotta blow my nose. all this mucus just like came out at once. Right as I did that cough. Hold on, give me a sec. Oh my gosh. That just came like out of fucking nowhere. Okay. Am I good now? Okay, anyways. Okay. Okay, I feel so much better now. Oh my god. Yeah, all that mucus just came out at fucking once. That like sent me for a fucking whirlwind. Anyways, as I was saying, where was I? Would you need to wear gel padding? It depends on the shoe that you wear. If it has enough support, usually you don't really need like the gel inserts, but if you do have a shoe that you like, for example, want to wear with like a cosplay, I do recommend putting in like those gel inserts. They actually help out so much. They help at least with my fashion shoes. I do need to put in what do you call it? Some new ones. I haven't put mine on for this year. But I do want to put in some new ones. But those actually do help out so freaking much. Dr. Scholl's spray worked pretty good. The Dr. Scholl sprays? What are those, 𝗕𝗁𝗁𝗺? Also, hi, how are you? But yeah, otherwise, what I'm trying to say is please do take care of your feet. There's more to surviving the summer anime convention than just having a good shoe that you can like stand and walk on. You need to make sure you have a breathable shoe. You need to make sure that like you wear the correct socks as well. You need to make sure that if you do wear like a shoe that, you know, is very thick, or like you have to wear socks that are pretty thick, just make sure you like give your feet a break. And like dare I say, air those dogs out, chat. Air those dogs out. Do take, especially in the summertime. I used to be so bad at this, but I'm getting better at it recently. Is taking off your socks at the end of the day and just letting them fucking breathe. I'm the type that like I don't like my feet, so like I don't want to look at them. But I've been trying to take off my socks a lot more so that I can just let them breathe, and oh my god, it's been doing so much fucking help for them. I'm sorry to talk about feet, but like at the same time, like during summertime in general, just air those fucking dogs out. That's all I'm trying to say. So I hope that is something you take into consideration. Yes, good walking shoe, good, but is it breathable? Do you have the right socks? Are you letting your feet breathe? Are you scrubbing your feet? Oh yeah, definitely scrub your feet. If your feet tend to also get sweaty a lot, do also scrub your feet. Even if they don't get sweaty a lot, and you know, you go to the con and like you feel them more sweaty than usual, do take time to give yourself like a foot bath. Again, it's to save your foot from not getting trenches foot and not getting like fungal shit either. Because those are bitches to deal with. Especially if they develop like in the middle of the anime convention, because like, for example, Anime Expo is like a 4 or 5 day convention now. So it's just absolute hell if you get it during the middle, you know? Alrighty. As far as like shoe brands go, I know, what do you call it? Who said those? Raz said New Balances, Aces, Skechers are always good. I personally like 𝗕𝗁's. 𝗕𝗁's are pretty nice. I also like Crocs. I think Crocs are also underrated. You just gotta go with the right socks and everything. Taking breaks. Taking breaks is like my best one. The anime con athlete. Yeah, athlete's foot also sucks as well. I know, okay, so this is like kind of a niche tip. This is a very, very niche tip. I personally don't do this, but I do know people who do this. So I don't know if this would be helpful for anyone. But if you go to, you know, anime convention and you have a hotel, just be careful with the showers, because you can develop athlete's foot. What do you call it? If the room is, I think it was like not ventilated properly. I forgot exactly, like, Like if it's not cleaned properly, like if you had to say like a cheap motel or anything, yeah, just be careful like the hotel showers or anything like that. Usually if it's like super cheap or like dirty looking, I tend to like bring some extra like slides. Not only to like walk around like and not have my feet like touch the nasty ass carpet, but also so I can bring it into the shower, and not like, you know, touch like the shower floor or anything, because that's where athlete's foot can like develop and like all the fungus shit can develop there. So yeah, a little bit adjacent, I guess. Just be careful of that, especially if you're at a cheap ass like dirty ass motel, because I know people tend to be really stingy and cheap during like Anime Expo time. Alrighty. Okay, so that's foot care. What else? Let's see, what else? Oh! I know this was pretty obvious. Of course, hydration. Like, you know, staying hydrated, making sure you get your electrolytes in and out, but especially during, like, summer anime convention. Oh my god. Replacing the electrolytes is, like, probably one of the most important things to keep yourself going throughout the day. Otherwise, you're gonna be groggy towards the middle, and you're just gonna be, like, absolutely dead by the end of it. By the end of the day. And again, mind you, using Anime Expo as an example, it's a 5-day freaking convention. You do not want to miss anything. It is really, really important that you remain hydrated and that you replace those electrolytes as soon as you can. I am very bad at that, I will say. Saying like hydrated and everything. No, but especially like electrolytes is where I'm the worst at. Got anyways to deal with cosplay that involves a lot of leather during the hot summer. Can I show you something? Can I show you something instead? I think I should show you something. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. Oh, I can't find it. Dang it. No, I can't find it. Okay, I'm just gonna have to describe it to you. Pretty much no. You can only wear it for such a limited time, I will say. I would do my best to at least plan to wear your leather cosplay either during the morning or during the evening or night. Like, don't go during the peak heat of the day. Otherwise, you're gonna end up like this Asuka cosplayer that was at Comic-Con, where she wore like the leather latex suit, like the plug suit, and she took off her little sock booty, and all the sweat came out. There's not really any good. I also never really have worn like leather cosplays during the summer, and I don't typically see a lot of people do that either. Oh, she was in latex. Oh, is it latex? Okay, we're gonna sweat how much? Tree fitty. Leather, latex. Same difference. Actually, no, it's not the same difference. Either way, leather, yeah, it can be quite difficult. I just personally wouldn't wear it during the peak times of the day. It really, really, really depends on like how hot it is and how humid it is as well, because I think humidity can also affect your leather as well. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm not really the person to ask for when it comes to like cosplay, stuff like that. Because usually whenever I cosplay in the summertime, I tend to like try to align my cosplays with like Like, you know, summer cosplay goes into summer and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Latex can melt. Latex can melt. Either trap moisture and heat. About what I end up doing, had to take off by the afternoon. Yeah, pretty much. You should definitely take frequent breaks as much as you can. If you do have leather stuff, I just advise having a hotel nearby, so I think you just go change and like cool down in the room and then go back down. I remember I did that for what convention I went to when it was like super hot. I think it was San Japan. Yeah, it was San Japan. I was like, it was just one of those really hot years, you know? Okay. Where was I before? Oh, hydration. I changed clothes at sweatier conventions in the bathroom before. Ugh. I feel bad about changing in public restrooms for some reason. And is it because like, I think it's because like, you know what it is? You know why I'm scared? It's because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, oh my god, what if there's like a hidden camera? And like they're watching me change. And then I'm gonna end up on like some freak website or something. Like I already feel that way going to the bathroom, like in general, where it's like, oh my god, what if there's a hidden camera? Like someone's watching me pee, and then someone's gonna jack off to it, like on a weird website or something. I don't know. I'm weird. 2016 and welcome in, how are you? Okay. Getting back to what we were talking about though. Hydration. Yes, of course, keep hydrated. You have to keep hydrated. Electrolyte replacement is probably the most important thing, so you should definitely get like, there's like these little packs that you can like throw into like your water bottle and shake it up, and that's also like one of those electrolyte replacement thingies. Don't just stick to water though. Like get a Gatorade, get an actual like Gatorade or like a sports drink or something that's gonna help you like really replace those things. I know a lot of people also tend to drink a lot during like summer conventions, especially Anime Expo. Anime Expo is like alcoholic heaven, I feel like. But I gotta say it for all the alcoholics in the chat, that alcohol is not a replacement for water or electrolytes. You cannot survive on just alcohol. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Stefan, make sure it has good AC and the attendees don't reek them. Wet dog is Smash player. Man, you missed a whole entire conversation that would have got you upset, actually. Just add a bit of ice. No. Yes, because you gotta consume. Ding, ding, ding. It actually can, or not Excel, not consume, or I meant Excel, sorry. Yes, it can actually dehydrate you faster. Alcohol is a replacement for your liver. I thought that was called liver therapy. Coors Light is very close to water. Just because it tastes like water doesn't mean it is water. I like liquid IV for electrolyte. Oh, the liquid IV is pretty good. I know for girls, like there's this really weird things I see a lot of cosplay girls do, but they'll go to like these medi spas or whatever, like these medical spas that like they inject you with like IV bags full of like random nutrients or whatever, and then they go back out to the convention. Because there's a couple I think like nearby, like Anime Expo specifically, that are like that, but it's like those are really scary. I don't know if I can have an unlicensed professional put a needle in me and it puts a random formula of nutrients into my system and then go out and call it a day. Once someone's bust out the tequila, that's a different story. Oh my god. Oh my god. And hello, Funny fan, welcome in. How are you? That's how super soldiers and comic books are made. Exactly, you get it. You get it. I usually use nut tablets for hydration. This is kind of something they give you a marathons for. Oh, the nut tablets are actually really, really good. I didn't think about using those actually. Seasoned especially compared to eating just healthy and taking vitamins. Well, the cosplay girls, they'll go to like those spas and they won't. It's not just eating healthy or taking vitamins. They go there to like rehydrate themselves. Like they'll go get like the electrolyte IV bags or whatever, and then they'll have like some random dude just put a needle in them, and then they put the the IV like nutrients like goes in them to like give them electrolytes again. I'm like, I don't know. That feels illegal. So real quick, I thought about this real quick. So going back to like keeping yourself cool, actually, I didn't think about this because apparently we have technology now, and we actually have this available. At least like around Anime Expo, I feel like this would be available. But you should get yourself a pack of these. Hold on. You gotta get yourself a pack of these bad boys. Fuck yeah. These things fucking rock, man. Wait, can I use WebP files now? Please tell me I can. Yes. Get yourself a pack of these, chat. So, what exactly are these? These are cooling wipes. These cooling wipes literally saved my ass in Japan so many times. Like, just helping not only cooling down your body, but also like wicking off the sweat and making you feel like a little bit more cleaner than like the average person. Oh my god. These fucking rock. So if you pair it up properly and get like your little hand fan, or you wipe yourself with this, then you get your hand fan, and then you start like fanning yourself with it. Oh my god. It's the best feeling in the whole entire freaking world. Best feeling in the world. So yeah, these are called cooling wipes, and they're available at most Japanese lifestyle stores. This is the Bure brand one. The Gatsby one is also a really, really good one as well, and I really, really recommend that. Honestly, chat, if I had to be 100% honest, following whatever Japanese people do, like, not to be a weeaboo, okay? Don't call me out for being a fucking weeaboo, but whatever the fuck Japanese people do to stay cool in the summertime, just follow what they do, honestly. If anything, it's such a follow. Look at this, stay happy to have you here. Another product I also recommend. These, honestly, I don't recommend it, but maybe if you want to, like, if you want to, are these little things as well. These are called, like, what do they call these little fuckers again? Cooling rings. These are called cooling rings. Pretty much you put this in the freezer overnight, and then right before you leave, to, like, you know, go outside and, you know, be in the heat, these things actually keep your neck cool, because of, like, you know, how cold it is. And these are reusable as well. They're a little bit better. Like, I guess, like, in the moment, they're really, really nice. But the thing is, like, once the effect, like, wears off after a couple of hours, it just becomes, like, another, like, item to, like, carry around. Like, it loses its cooling effect, like, pretty fast, in my opinion. I personally wouldn't recommend these, but they may work for some people. Not all people. Cooling rings, yeah. Another one I really recommend is this one. It's another good product. I will say this shit actually worked. I did use this shit when I was in Japan. So this is, I forgot exactly the name of the product. But it says Cool Strong. So pretty much this is like a spray that you put inside, like you spray it inside your clothes, whether it be like a t-shirt or a polo shirt or your pants or whatever. You spray it inside, and it keeps it cool for like 30 minutes. It keeps it cool for 30 minutes, but those 30 minutes, especially the moment you step outside of like the hotel or whatever, it's going to be really, really helpful, I will say. It'll make you sweat less. And then this is my sort of hack that I use as well. I actually really like using what do you call it? Oh, god dang it. I really like using fever patches to stay cool. I learned these from the Japanese girlies at Tokyo Idol Festival last year. So what a lot of like girls tend to do this. I see guys do this, but like anyone, technically anyone can do this, okay? But I learned this again from the Japanese girlies that attended like Tokyo Idol Festival last year. They use fever patches on their forehead and the back of their necks to keep themselves cool, and these usually last like a pretty long time as well. Again, they're intended for fevers, but these actually work so well during like the summertime and just keeping yourself like super cool and nice feeling, especially like if you're a forehead sweater, which I am. I sweat a lot on my forehead. And with this on, I found myself to be not sweating, at least, like, my sweat reduced in half, pretty much. It's so nice. Especially on the back of your neck, like, these feel amazing. And technically you can put these anywhere as well. Like, I remember when I actually got sick, I had a really bad fever. And I ended up putting them, like, I ended up just cutting them up and putting them, like 2 squares, or one square on my cheek on each cheek. And that works so well. I can imagine this feels really great on like spots where you tend to produce like a lot of heat. So like, you know, the folds of your arms, the folds of like the back of your knee, or anything like that. Yeah, fever patches. Fever patches, that's like one of my sort of like hidden little tricks that I like to do. Oh man, I ran out of water. Oh no! What other product? What's another good product recommendation to like keep cool? Oh, here's a really underrated one. Super, super underrated, but yes, even when you go to the anime convention, you have to wear sunscreen. Even if you stay inside all day, you should still wear some sort of sunscreen protection. I find this to be super underrated because a lot of people, I feel like, miss out on this and they end up like, ugh, sorry, there's a fly around me. A lot of people tend to miss out on that. And it's not just because like, oh, like you don't want to get like tan skin or anything like that. No, it's because UV rays fucking hurt. Like, do you ever get that tingly hurt sensation feeling when you step outside and you have like no sunscreen on? Yeah, that's the UV rays hitting you. That causes skin cancer. So even if you're outside only for like 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, still put on sunscreen. Even if the sun is setting, still put on sunscreen. No, I never wear sunscreen. No, you have to wear sunscreen. You're still vulnerable in the sun while driving and walking. Yep, exactly. You're still very vulnerable. Oh, sorry, my work is pinging me. Dang it! Damn, I'm brown. Yeah, even if you're brown, you still have to wear sunscreen. Like, you have to. It's just again an underrated thing. I think a lot of people who attend anime conventions don't take into consideration, especially during the summertime. But you do still need sunscreen, even if you're only walking between buildings Even if you're only driving, even if you're staying inside most of the day. Especially out here, I feel like in like California, I feel like it's worse out here when it comes to UV rays. Try to think. What's another good product recommendation? Try to think of all my product recommendations that I usually use to like keep myself cool. I think that's really it, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's all the product recommendations I have. The only other really trick I have is like get some water bottles, freeze them overnight, and then take one of those water bottles with you as like your water bottle for the day, and then you have like a super cool, nice like block of ice that you can like use to cool yourself down and pat yourself down on like different parts of your body. But that's only if you want to carry it, TBQH. Or for self-defense, is packing a lunch a good idea? So it depends on the venue. Depending on the venue, some venues, for example, like Anime Expo, like the main venue for Anime Expo, the LA Convention Center, they will not allow outside food or drink. Even if what do you call it? Even if you're like an attendee or whatever. However, they are a little bit lenient on it. Like technically it's supposed to be not allowed, but they are a little bit lenient on it. You can't bring in snacks, you can't bring in your own like, you know, water bottle or anything like that. But full on meals, depending on like the volunteer that you run into, like they could be like, oh no, like you can't bring that in, or oh like that's not allowed in here, you have to dump it here. And there are conventions though that are pretty lenient on it, where some people actually do bring in like, you know, they make sandwiches, outside food, etc, etc. So yeah, it really it really depends on the venue that you're going to. Rated trench coat to anime convention, sneak in a rotisserie chicken. I mean, again, it just really depends on the venue that is being the event that the convention is being hosted at. There's good venues out there that do allow like outside food and drink, and they have like no problem with it. But then you get stingy events like Anime Expo that kind of make it hard to gauge like, oh, what's allowed, what's not allowed. So you can risk it. But again, there's probably gonna be some. Oh, if you get unlucky, you might run into like one of those power tripping like security staff members. They're gonna be like, actually, that's not within our policy. So you have to dump your food here or eat it outside in the heat. And it sucks when that happens. Like, yeah, like a Redditor, pretty much like a Redditor. Let me think now. Anything else to survive summer anime convention? I mean, do you guys have any questions about like just anime convention in general? Or surviving summer in general? I think when you guys come up with questions, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick and also get more water, because like I'm gonna try to find a cough drop if anything. Yeah, so I'll be right back. Leave your questions in the chat and I will answer them when I come back. I'm gonna go get some water, I'm gonna try to find a cough drop, and I'm gonna go pee as well. Alright, so I will be right back. Woody bop. I found a cough drop! I'm so excited. Yeah! I am so excited. I peed. I forgot my water, but I found a cough drop, and I got really excited. Got the Jiggy, thank you so much for the follow! Good to stage, happy to have you here. Thank you. Spurs, Hobie. Hell yeah, go Spurs, go! Go Spurs, go! So glad they won yesterday. So happy that they won yesterday, even though it was kind of undeserved. I'll be honest with you. Especially after some plays that I saw a little bit viral, I feel kind of bad. But at the same time, like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. You have to trust the player. I have to trust the corgi. Trust the corgi. In the corgi we trust. Okay, anyways, sorry. Alright, I see a question. Yeah, dude, what do I do if my FUBAR runs off while I'm at the convention? It's gone. It's just gone. You gotta let it go. If you love it enough, you will let it go. I'm looking to get courtside seats for one of the games. I need him to win. Are you doing courtside for Madison Square Garden, or are you gonna do it for Frostbank? That'd be cool if you get Frostbank ones, cause that'd be really legit, really legit. Blah, I cannot fucking talk today. What do I do if I'm too scared to go to one? If you're too scared to go to an anime convention, honestly, I would commit to maybe going one day then. And like, cause like, here's the thing, when it comes to like, cause a lot of conventions are multi-day events and, you know, there's so much stuff going on. If you're very intimidated by the thought of like going to it because maybe it's like too overwhelming to like think about, or like you just want to get like the experience of it without committing like too much, usually one day passes are like the best way to do that without like, you know, risking too much or like putting yourself putting too much into it to the point you get like overwhelmed. Yeah, just get like a day pass. Get a day pass for an anime convention. Try it out. Don't go without, go in, but don't have a plan and just like wander around and see, get the feeling for it. I tried that first. You need a Frostbank? I hope you get them, bro. I hope you get them. Friend of mine lost his phone on the toilet at a convention. Miracle staff were able to find it, huh? Lost his phone on the toilet? What do you mean by that? Lost your phone on the toilet? How do you lose your phone on the toilet? I need more explanation. I might do a one day for FaZe. Hell yeah, go to FaZe for one day. Is there any questions for any FaZe Connect fans? They're gonna be there. It didn't end up in the toilet, did it? Maybe it dropped from their pockets. I don't. What? Yeah, he sent it on the toilet shelf and somehow forgot where he put it. Okay, to be fair, I had that happen to me once. I legit panicked because I didn't know where my phone was once. And the next thing I know, as I'm about to like give up and like, you know, go get like the staff and told them I was like, I don't know, stolen from or something. My phone goes off. It lights up and everything is right next to the toilet, little, like, you know how like some, how you say the toilet paper, you know the toilet paper holders, they have like a flat, a flat top, and you can like put like your phone or like anything else you need there. Yeah, it was the color of it was the same color as like the top of my phone, so it was like all black. It blended in pretty much. And I didn't notice it until then. You use that for your phone? Yes. Or I usually use my purge, but sometimes I use it like if I just want to like throw it there real quick. But I do clean it afterwards. I know that shit nasty. That shit really nasty. I usually have like my little wet wipes to like it afterwards. Alright. Well, anything else? Anything else, chat? We feel like we should yap about when it comes to anime convention before we head on out for today. Anything else you guys would like to know? I think I gave my best tips, honestly. As you guys get those last minute questions in, we do have another stream later on today, by the way. We do have another stream. 2 streams today. We're gonna play Raise a Wish. The Phase Invaders alternative story. If you like visual novels like Canon, Air, Clannad, I heard it's pretty much that. It's gonna make you cry. And we're just in time for a certain convention happening this week. So yeah, we'll be doing that later on today as well. Genuinely good advice, thank you. Have we discussed budgeting congestion times for rideshare and restaurants around a venue? Oh, that's a good one actually. Oh, thank you, Swordman. So my best trick for that is like know the local like traffic times. Like for example, in I think it's in LA, like downtown LA, the times you don't want to go for like rideshare at least is the hours of like I think like 7 to 8, I think 7 to 8, and then the same thing from like 5 to 7, I think, or is it 8? 5, yeah, 5 to 7 o'clock is where you don't want to go. That's for rideshare. For restaurants, it's the usual. It's the usual, just like don't go during like the peak lunchtime. Don't go during like the, what do you call it? Peak dinner time or anything like that. 7 to 8:30, then 4:37 for downtime from my experience. Yeah. So something like that. Especially if what do you call it? You are the staying like outside of like the downtown area for Anime Expo. The farther you are, the more you have to consider that. There are some conventions that do have like their own shuttle services, which is really, really nice. But not all of them have that either. And then yeah, for dinner time, it's just you gotta like kind of gauge like, you know, breakfast, lunch, dinner times that the normal person would you know. Best way to avoid catching conjug: orange juice, hand sanitizer, and if you can and you're not too like boomer about it, do wear a mask. Actually, a mask helps out so much. I'm probably the next convention I go to, I'm definitely gonna be wearing a mask, just so I can avoid getting sick. Yeah, of course, washing your hands, hand sanitizer as much as you can. Showering, of course. Gotta hunt for wild animals. Go hunt your local raccoons. There you go. Go hunt the local raccoon, the local wildlife. But yeah, those are like my best tips for surviving. Vitamin C, you should get those. There's like these vitamin C immune support system supplements. I gotta get a picture of them. But those help out a bunch. Like I just take like one every day at the convention and I end up being quite okay most of the time. But like, my next event I go to is I'm definitely gonna be wearing mask. I'm definitely going to like drink all my orange juice, drink or take my vitamins, anything like that, just to avoid like getting sick. Because I do not want to be sick anymore. I'm tired of being sick. I no longer wish to be sick, so I'm gonna do my best to not be sick. All right. I think that's everything, though. I think that's everything. I hope this was a good yappening for you guys. I hope you guys learned something today. And sorry that my cough acted up a lot today, but hopefully it will be a little bit better for phase or for Raise a Wish later. So like I said, feel free to come by later on today. We'll be playing Raise a Wish at 7 p.m. PT, 10 p.m. ET. I would love to see you there. Yeah, I'd love to see you there. Thank you guys again for tuning in, though. Thank you. I'm ending a little bit early because I gotta eat. I just realized I haven't ate anything, like at all, period. I think that's the reason why I'm also like kind of spaced out right now. I really need to eat something. I was cleaning right before this, to be fair. I was cleaning literally right before this. And then I got distracted. I was like, oh, I'm gonna pop like, I don't know, a snack into the oven real quick and then eat that. And then next thing I know, it's like 5 minutes till stream. We're like, shit! I didn't eat. Oh well. I guess I die. Alright. Also, as well, I do want to say something real quick. I'll have a special announcement happening on Friday. Or not Friday. Yeah, actually, yeah, Friday. I'll be having a special announcement on Friday on Twitter. So please be sure, if you haven't yet, follow my Twitter. Follow all my socials. You'll be getting a super cool trailer of something that'll be happening in about 2-ish weeks, a little over 2 weeks. So please look forward to it. I'm very excited. I worked really hard the past 24 hours to make it happen, actually. So yes, special announcement will be happening this coming Friday, so please be there for that. Alrighty, let's go see if we could go find someone to raid today. I think on YouTube, I'll raid you guys into the next stream, which will be the Raise a Wish stream. And then on Twitch, let's see who we can go say hi to. Oh, I sound horrible. Oh my god. How are you guys allowing me to sound like that? Oh my god. I sound like booty cheeks. Yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. Yuckity, yuck, yuck. Actually, I have no one to raid today. I have no one to raid. Oh well. I guess we're not raiding today. Alrighty. Thank you guys again for tuning in. At least here on YouTube, you guys will be raiding into the next waiting room. So I will go ahead and see you guys later on tonight. Alrighty. Let's say it all again, everyone. Say no. 𝗬 Nyaru. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Thank you. I will see you later. 𝗬 Bye bye.